It's going to be a dope soccer game soon. I mean, I can go over there and I can actually go enjoy this game over here. I can actually walk over there. I can do things like, hold on a minute. I can actually come to this rain thingy over here. Oh man, sit down here and watch all of this. And breathe the fresh air. Then if I have to go to the bathroom, I can walk back there and go to the porta potty without no assistance and actually go to the bathroom. Thank you, Jesus. Praise be the name of the Lord. But Shanny, I have a different thing that I want to say to you, Shanny. It goes something like this. Me, Big Shanny, you pretend to be insane. God made you big, forget to give you brain. Anyway, so I'm going to make a YouTube video here. We're going to be talking about Shanny versus Carrie and why Shanny is going to end up in a pool of her own tears because of her decision making, and why I will show them zero sympathy for it because honestly and truthfully, they made their bed and they're going to have to sleep in it. And Shanny, I know you're watching. You watch everything that goes on social media. So I want you to pay attention to this. You're very cocky right now, huh? Think you accomplished something. I've heard Rev say, what did he say today? He said that, what did the moron say? He said that it's a victory. We got her to take down her channel. It's a victory. Oh yeah, it's a victory. 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 Yes, Jason wins the victory. The victory. No, it's actually not a victory. You actually sealed your fate by doing what you did. But before I get to the obvious, let's do a little bit of history here, Jason and Shanny, just so that you guys understand what's about to happen to you guys in the future and why you're still allowed to be on social media by the very people that you dog all the time on here. And no, I am not just referring to Carrie. You don't understand that when you insult her audience too. So let's get into this here a minute. Before the house was given to me, Dragnut was your enemy. When I was thrown out the house, and I'm talking about like people who actually could put something together to deal with her, Dragnut and myself was her enemy. I was really her enemy. Like I was really coming after them. Then you had all these other channels consistently. Like Dragnut had assumed all of these channels, and they all got together and they came after Shanny. And I eventually became a friend again and temporarily became an ally, but that didn't last long. It never does. But Shanny, you lost your main channel because the love of your life, your BFF, the man who makes you feel all wet inside and everything and whatnot, kicked your son. No. We ain't even gonna get that far yet. Hold on, my bad. Verbally abused your child in a car driving from Colorado to Pennsylvania. And you lost your YouTube channel. Of course, you blamed the trolls for that. You didn't want to blame the fact that the love of your life, the guy who gets you all wet inside, make you feel a certain kind of way, the love of your life. You didn't want to acknowledge the fact that he was the reason you lost your channel. Or are we seeing where we're going here, ladies and gents? Right? So, Revelation News disappeared. Bye-bye. And Jason Avocado disappeared. Bye-bye. Because people on here don't like child abusers, right? They all went bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. But let's keep going here for a moment here, a minute now. Let's keep going here a little bit, right? Oh, no. I'll get to the supporting part. Wait, just listen to the story. You guys are jumping ahead a little bit here. Let's just take this little by little and enjoy the ride here a little bit. Enjoy the ride that G-Man is going to take you on today, okay? So, Revelation News, bye-bye. Jason Avocado, bye-bye. Jason Retardation, bye-bye. Cult of Shanny, bye-bye. Shanny Saldavan, goodbye, bye-bye. Shanny Gaming, bye-bye. And all kinds of YouTube-y ridiculous names that Shanny tried to make to resurrect her YouTube career went bye-bye. Losers Club, bye-bye. And all of that happened because of the stuff that was coming out of your mouth. Some of it was because of how you inappropriately dressed and how you was acting like a basic local slut prostitute on the internet, and you ended up losing your channels a couple of times for that. You know, with the whole $6 that you made on you made a whopping $6, Shanny. Huh? But anyway, so why am I going through all of this? There were consequences for everything that you did. There were consequences for everything that you did, and it cost you your channel, it cost you your reputation, it cost you your money, it cost you pretty much everything. Everything. Okay? Now, when you decided to put two false DCMAs, the Digital Millennial Act, on Carrie and claimed copyright for stuff that you do not own. And Shanny, I want you to kind of understand something here a little bit, because I think I know a little bit about this. For those of you who don't know, my channel was flagged once by the Atheist Experience. They was claiming that I wanted to make money off of them, and I challenged it, and I said that's a false DMCA. That's not the reason why this show is on my channel. I'm protected by YouTube and everything and whatnot. The Atheist Experience lawyer contacted me and told me that their whole case is built on how I was going to make money. I told the man that I was not monetized and that I was protected by fair use. Long story short, my channel, my video ended up going back up. And Carrie's situation is very similar. You see, Shanny is claiming that Shanny is claiming that Carrie is stealing property that she owns on Instagram. The problem with that is that Shanny doesn't own anything. Shanny don't own nothing. So all Carrie's got to do, to be perfectly honest, and Shanny, I want you to pay attention to this, Shanny. All she has to do is say, okay, we're going to go to court. Then YouTube is going to put the video right back up on YouTube, and you are going to have to go to court. And if you don't prove your case, Shanny, you're gonna have this reputation of being a person who puts in false copyright claims. Are you understanding where we're going with this, Shanny? Are you understanding where we're going with this? Because I know all about this. That's why the Dragoons never really scared me one iota, because I actually know what I'm doing regarding a lot of this. Yeah, you'll gain a reputation for being what we would call on social media a false flagger. Now, in case you didn't know this, Shanny, nobody likes a false flagger. Nobody. Not the content creators who are supporting you, and not the content creators who are not supporting you. And by the way, you have nobody supporting you, Shanny, whatsoever. Honestly, I think it's a miracle that the end result hasn't happened to you yet, because I'm here to inform you today, Shanny, that you will no longer be on Instagram when this woman gets back her, well, you better hope it's when she actually gets her channel back. You want to know why? You should take the time out to read all of those comments from all those Carrie supporters. You should go read it. You're lucky Carrie is such a loving, caring, understanding woman that she didn't go out there and tell her people to flag you into extinction. You're lucky that didn't happen, because if it did, instead of you making all of these videos bragging about your weed and bragging about your drug addictions and bragging about your alcoholism and getting on here bragging about the fact that your man's wiping your butt, instead of you getting on here bragging about being broke and poor and not doing nothing with your life, instead of you getting on here doing that, you would be lost my channel. That's what you would be doing right now. But don't worry, it's coming. It's coming to a theater near you. See, Shanny, here's the thing. I do understand this much. I understand why they allowed you to be on here for so long. You see, you make certain people on here money, right? You make certain people on here extremely entertaining. But when you go too far and you try to take away channels that they actually love, then you run the risk of losing your ability to be on social media. Shanny, I know you're not the smartest person in the world. I'm hoping you're following all of this. Right about now, you're sitting there going, no, they won't do it. They love me. They love me. That's what you're saying, and the love of your life who makes you all wet inside. He's got his big beard going. Yes, And that's what he's doing. He's just sitting there agreeing with you, knowing full well that the end is near. The end is near. When I say the end is near, kiss your Instagram goodbye. You can kiss it goodbye. Now, it's not even just that. Let's say you never did a copyright strike against Carrie. Let's say you never did that. You call me the N-word again. Y'all call me the N-word again. But you constantly get on here and you lie to your Instagram fans and you say that, oh, that was the past. That's not now. Every time you do it, you prove you're nothing more than a racist. You're already a Hitler supporter or a Hitler, a person that sympathizes with him. You know what I mean? I already deduced that about you, considering your man is German and everything and whatnot, and the stupid stuff that you guys have said on your Instagram. But I've also deduced that you two are probably the descendants of the grand masters of the KKK Lodge or whatever. I definitely think the two of you have ancestry in that, because you two are the biggest, well, not the biggest, but you're definitely you, Shanny. It's about as big as that house over there. You're one of the biggest racists on the internet. You certainly ain't one of the biggest superstars. You're one of the biggest racists on here. And Shanny, I don't know if you remember this or not, but I'm on Instagram. I'm gonna find that clip where you called me the N-word, and I'm gonna get all these other clips where you call people the N-word, and it's gonna be all over Instagram. I don't care about you blocking me. Nobody cares about that. But Shanny, I have to ask you another question, since you're going out there false flagging people and fighting for the right to get high. How many people over there? Oh, let me do this first, because we don't want her calling a po-po on me, right? I got to do this now because possibility of being sued and everything, you know. Got to think 900 steps ahead of these morons on the internet. So let me see something here. Let's just see. Okay, so we got that right there. There we go. That's all I need to do. That's it. Now, with that being said, I can get an Uber, or I can be over there in Peckville in about, I don't know, 2 hours and, what is it, about 2 hour and 30-minute drive, I think, depending on traffic. I think, or what time is it now? Isn't it rush hour or whatever? I can be over there, I can make some posters, and I can remind everybody in the neighborhood that they have somebody over there who's a child molester, or not a child molester, a child abuser living on that street. That there's a child abuser living on that street, and it's probably best that they stay away from this person who likes to kick little kids in the head and then can't even handle a female when she decides that she wants to pick up the stick of justice and beat Rev's behind because he don't want to listen. Challenging people to fights and whatnot. Challenge people to a fight. And you got to go kick an autistic child, but you can't. But you can't stand up to Shanny. You can't stand up to all of that lard. I mean, I give Chris credit. At least Chris did. Chris dropped her like a bad habit. Doug did it. Doug dropped her like a bad habit. Jason, you're the only one that literally puts up with that garbage, dude. Notice this. Former man in her life, and she never even thought about putting her hands on me, because if she would have, then she really would need a wheelchair. I'll put it to you that way. But Shanny, when you lose your Instagram, can you just do me a favor? When you start that, just do it in private. Don't do it on camera, because you're going to need those fake tears coming out of your eyes, because there are going to be consequences for what you've done. Now, you're probably thinking, G-Man's going to do it. G-Man's one person. I'm one person. The only thing I'm probably going to do is get you for the, actually I already kind of did it already, regarding, getting you for the whole racist garbage. And as a matter of fact, every single time that you guys, from this point forward, use a racial slur toward the Jews, toward me, or anybody else, I'm going to flag your behinds from here on out. And you want to know what? Unlike you, I'll actually have a case for it. I'll actually have a case for it, considering we're living in the era and the age that we're living in today where they're trying to crack down. And you want to know what the thing about your little town is? They really shun people like yourself. If you think you're not accepted over there now, just wait until I get finished with you again. Victory. You ain't got no victory. I know you're trying to get all these people to go over there to your little Instagram to watch you and to subscribe and get this large audience and everything. I know that that's what you're trying to do, and that's your big grand goal. I personally think you're monetized, but I was educated about Instagram today. You need 10,000 or 100,000, I think 10,000 followers, I think, in order to get monetized on Instagram. And that's why you're trying to bring everybody there, because then you can go in there and say all the insane stuff you want. You can make your money, you can get high, you can get drunk. You're talking about doing your OnlyFans again and all this other stupid mess that you're going to make a whopping $6 on. Of course, you didn't learn nothing from that either. All right? But here's the thing, Shanny. I want you to know something here. I'm making this video about you. But I know that there are some other people watching this video. And these are the masterminds that's behind the plan. You're nothing more than a tool. You're nothing more than a means into a means. I can build a solid case for all of those people that was making videos against Carrie, that they are the ones that is funding Shanny behind the scenes. Shanny and Rev talks too much, and they keep bringing up the names of the people that they're aligning with. And I know that, I definitely know that Jules is one of them. Jules is definitely one of them. And if Jules is one of them, then I know the Geek Room is one of them too. So they're the ones actually giving money to these people to be able to get on here and to say and do the things that they're doing. And that's kind of weird, though, considering the Geek Room is friends with Scientist Sam, who happens to be a Jewish person. Why are you guys giving money to a person or two persons that are going out there and being disrespectful to the Jews? This is what I'm talking about. This is why I constantly say that the Geek Room is, just like Shanny, just as racist. Of course they're going to support her. They have the same views. They have the exact same views. So when the Geek Room do get back to getting their views and everything, talking about her, all I'm going to kindly do is remind people of all the people out there that support those racists. Especially combined with the new information that I got about these sick people. This is going to be fun, man. It's actually going to be quite fun and very informative, so that people can understand who and what they're actually supporting. But getting back to you, Shanny, since I know that you're nothing more than a tool, you believe everything that people tell you, and then you act accordingly because you're not smart enough to understand what's actually going on and everything and whatnot. You're not going to beat Carrie. Carrie's channel will be back up again. You only temporarily took it down. But I saw this from last year, though. I seriously saw this coming from last year. When I saw all the negative press that Carrie was getting from these different channels, and they will make that's the demonization. I actually have a video on my other channel talking about the 4 steps or the 3 steps before they try to take you off of YouTube or whatever, or try to touch your life personally. I actually have a video going into detail about this on my other channel. And years ago I made this, like about 7 years ago or something like that, I think. But the first thing that they try to do is pretend to be your friend. In that video, this is pretty much what I brought up. In that video, they got to pretend to be your friend. They got to pretend to care about the things that you like, pretend they care about all the things that you do or whatever. And when that doesn't work to win you to their side, number 2 is they begin the demonization of you. Okay? And then number 3, if demonization doesn't win, that's when the flagging begins and the personal, the attacks to the point that they want you off of social media. And then obviously there's a last point, and that's when they come after you physically. Talked about that on the other channel. But I saw this coming for a very long time. And I already know that those other channels are responsible for manipulating Shanny to doing those things. So Shanny's stupid. Shanny's dumb. She has no normal intelligence. She's getting on here saying, no, you got these 2 people on here. And what I'm about to say right now is important, because there's a lot of laws I noticed that's being broken by Shanny. Shanny's getting really sloppy. And since she's on Google so much, she needs to go look up a couple of things. So now she's going on here and claiming that herself and Jason are mentally ill. And I know for a fact that Shanny's lying about that regarding herself, because Shanny doesn't have any paperwork and documentation. Jason, however, will claim that he has this and he has that. And the government, unfortunately, doesn't agree with him because he applied for Social Security and Social Security told him no. It wasn't that he said he didn't want it. That's not what happened. They denied him. You want to know how I know this? Let me remind you who I am. My name is G-Man. He gave me a house. And when I got that house, I was privy to certain information that a lot of people don't have about these two morons. Okay? And I've seen the Social Security paper, and I actually have a copy of it. I have several copies of a lot of things that some people in here don't have. That's why I can always prove that Shanny's lying about how all that money went. I can prove that in the court of law if I want to. By using their own paperwork. But what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, the disability. They said there was nothing wrong with him. And he was denied from getting Social Security. He was denied from getting Social Security. If Jason went to a doctor and talked to the doctor on why he should receive Social Security, and they listen to him talk, I don't think they're going to approve him to get Social Security. Shanny definitely, because Shanny thinks she's some type of psychiatrist or whatever, thinks she knows a little bit about psychology, and she don't know jack squat diddly about it. I ain't gonna lie, when Jason talks a little bit sometimes I think Jason is a little cuckoo or whatever when he talks about certain things. But if you start going in there being vulgar and saying the things that he says, they ain't gonna approve him again. That's the real reason they won't go out there and try to get Social Security. They know they know they're gonna tell him no. If you went back on any contract, verbal or otherwise, you can be sued. True, but you need to have a valid reason for essay. Yeah. Now, I know that the people that are talking to Shanny and Rev are probably giving them advice about how to sue me. And I do want to let the people know that are talking to Shanny and Rev about how to sue me. Please understand, different monster altogether. Just letting you know. Straight up. Those two are morons. They can't afford a lawyer, but let's just say Anti-Social Media or Jules gave them enough money. They gave them like a couple of $1,000s or whatever and got them a lawyer, and they was able to sue me for something. I learned something during the GTV days that I thought was really, really interesting, and it's called tick for tat. In order for them to be able to do anything, Shanny and Red would have to do something that is virtually impossible for them to do. They would have to not talk to me no more. Don't make no videos about me, not make jokes about me no more. Not to mention, they're going to need a good enough lawyer on why they called me the N-word so many times that they called me. And actually talk to talk to somebody about the illegal eviction. How they lied and said they broke into the house. Like, there's so many different things I can prove against these morons. It's not even funny. And that's not even the worst thing. The worst thing is that Shanny actually believed a lie claim about me doing something to another YouTuber, to the point that Jason made several videos about it. I am not concerned about Shanny or Rev. Neither one of those two have the normal intelligence to be able to deal with somebody like me. If they did, Shanny would come to my YouTube channel and deal with me. Of course, I would put it in the background because, she might try to blind me with those what do you call them things? What do you used to call Brett Keane again? I can't even, it's not even funny no more. But she might try to flash me with those eels. She calls it chest or whatever. You know what I mean? Or those manatees that she calls boobs. Oh, and by the way, Shanny, I think Jules gets paid this week. So She might hook you up with about $5 or whatever. Since you sold your soul and everything for the 150th time, she might be sending you $5. I didn't know your soul was so cheap. She needs to be reported to Social Security. Social Security ain't the only thing she needs to be reported to. Somebody needs to go to welfare and tell welfare that Shanny owes them money. Because Shanny is constantly calling Rev her husband. And if that's what she was telling people in Boulder, Colorado, and what she was telling people in Pennsylvania, when they determine how much money they get for Social Security, they have to go by Rev's income too. And Shanny would owe not Social Security, owe welfare a lot of money. I got several family members that are on welfare. That I laugh at those two every time they say, well, we can't get Section 8, and we can't get TRA or temporary rent assistance, and we can't get, you lying pieces of, just baloney. Just baloney. Oh yeah, if you ever see her arms, the flab that goes down like this, that's my entire arm. Like that's my entire arm. That the flap that she has, it comes down a lot. It's kind of like it's a good example. You see this tree bark here? You see this tree bark right here? Let's just say her arm was right here. Actually, her arm. Can you guys see this? The arm is right here. All of this is flab, and I am not exaggerating. If you would have put the tree down like this, horizontally or sideways like this is what the heck would come down, all of this, and it would be flat. Shanny doesn't take care of her body. She doesn't take care of her mind. She doesn't take care of nothing. She doesn't care about nobody but herself. When I was going to go live, I was going to call her Shanny for, what was I going to call her? I was going to say, I was going to use a normal Shanny for sin. I was going to say Shanny for self. Shanny only cares about herself. Shanny only loves herself. Shanny wants to make love to herself. Shanny only loves herself. And Jason is just an afterthought. See, Jason, you were correct when you said that she didn't love you, that she only loved what you can do for her. You were correct with that. When you had, I think it's called post-nut syndrome or whatever. Like when you have sex and you get all that horniness out of you and whatnot. And then you're able to have clarity when you talk. You're able to have clarity. So you told Shanny what you really thought. Then you want to know what happened? You realize that if you leave her, you're going to be all alone and you're going to have to go get a blow-up doll again. And you will rather be traumatized, beaten and humiliated, smacked around like a little girl, be domestically abused than be by yourself. That is absolutely pathetic, dude. It is absolutely pathetic. Then you told her, I can't believe how stupid I was. I can't believe how stupid I was. And it was like the Lord was opening up your mind and showing you what was right in front of you. And you told the Lord, you want to know what, Lord? I don't want nothing to do with you. I want the manatee. And that's what you got. You got the manatee. Shanny the manatee. Oh, that's perfect. The Minnesota Barracuda is Shanny the manatee. The Minnesota Barracuda is Shanny the manatee. I like that one. I like it. The Minnesota Barracuda is Shanny the manatee. Now, Shanny's response is going to be, for the 100th billionth time, yeah, man, I know you want me.
No, I don't. I don't want you. You stink. I don't want you.
You even admitted that you stink. You admitted that you wallow and you lie down and pee and you wallow in, ugh.
I don't want you. I need a woman that smells good. You know what I mean? I need somebody that smells good, because you don't smell good whatsoever. At all. You don't smell good at all. You don't believe in soap and water at all.
I know if I came in that place and I walked through that door and I took a deep breath, I would get out that house again because I would suffocate because of all of the funk and all of the drugs and all of the fungus and all of the lack of washing a certain private part on Shanny. You know what I mean? You would smell all of that stuff at the same time and it's like,
Pee you.
She ain't the type, if you give her a brand new shirt, so she don't got to wear that sheet around her no more, calling it a shirt or whatever. She'll be like, no, you're trying to invalidate me. I don't want that shirt. I'm not going to be controlled. Oh, man. So, tell me something, Jason. You told me I needed a woman as a pastor. How is that working out for you, dude? Do you feel like you're closer to the Lord Jesus Christ? Do you feel like that you are doing his will? Do you feel more? Do you feel like the Lord is actually helping you through your situation? Listening to your pastor, Shanny, the manatee, the Minnesota Barracuda, Shanny, the manatee? Do you feel more edified? Do you feel more built up listening to this woman who you said that I needed to have as a pastor? What about all of that makeup and stuff that you put on and all that fingernail polish you're putting on and whatnot? Oh, I'm sorry, I can't call you a dude no more. You know what? I don't even feel like arguing. I'll call you a dude. You're just a weird one, that's all. Walking around with your little fingernail polish, walking around claiming you're not male no more. I don't know. Then if you're not male, I don't know what you are then. Uh, I'm just saying, you know. But Shanny, how could you forget who was one of the key figures in destroying you? It was Jules. And you want to know who's going to destroy you again? It's going to be Jules. And you want to know what? When all that stuff starts happening, I'm going to keep it 100% real. I'm not even going to comment on it. It's not even going to be worth my time. I'm not going to give you 5 minutes of my time to listen to you go. I don't want to hear it. You knew full well what was coming your way, and you didn't care. Oh, well. So, Jason, she's not into me. Praise the Lord. She doesn't want me. Praise the Lord. She wants you. Praise the Lord. Tell me something, Jason. If you had an opportunity right now to drop that 9,000-pound flab of fat and leave it in the woods somewhere and get back your Neo Geo. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. You would pick that flab of fat over there. That's what you would do. My bad. I thought you had a little bit of intelligence. My bad. My bad. But I do want to thank you, though, Jason. I'm thoroughly enjoying all of those those retro gamings I got. I'm enjoying my lightsabers. I'm enjoying my Neo Geo. I'm enjoying my microphones, my insanely expensive microphones, and my insanely expensive headphones, and my insanely expensive things that she manipulated and used you to give to me. But you're never gonna admit that, cause you're too stupid to do that. And mind you, I'm literally telling everybody. I am literally telling everybody why I would never lose a court case to those morons. Because they would have to admit certain things, and it ain't never gonna happen. If Nate the lawyer represented them, he couldn't get them nothing. If Johnny Cochran was alive and tried to represent them, he couldn't get them nothing. If the best person on planet Earth that knew how to sue somebody was within their price range or whatever, which would have to be a couple of pennies on the ground, they wouldn't be able to get them anything, because those two lack the normal intelligence to be able to deal with a person like myself. They need to know that I got all my emails. I definitely got her text messages. I got all of her voicemails. I got everything. I'm not worried about them. And if Jules is telling you you got a chance, Shanny, then you are dumber than you look. Let me change that. You're not dumber than you look. You're dumber than being dumber. Carrie is probably still doing a live. She was live earlier. I shared it on my stream where Carrie was actually doing a live. Carrie is doing just fine. She's doing just fine. So now I want to talk to all of the jealous people of Carrie. The Geek Room, Jules. Hi, Yoshi. How you doing, little Yoshi? Toast. How you doing, Toasty? Who else is making these videos about them? You know, I kind of made up with Sabella. But you know what? I never promised I wouldn't say nothing about Nick Bravo. So, what's up, Nick Bravo? Oh, man. I mean, this dude literally got a Baphomet for a whatchamacallit. Ooh, look at this. Let me get him this soccer ball. I don't think they want me to, but I'll put it back over there anyway. Hey, Shanny, can you do that, Shanny? Can you kick a ball? Can you kick? Can you kick? Hey, Shanny, you know what I'm going to do for you, Shanny? I'm going to do a stream, a very special stream for you, Shanny. And I think you'll like it. All jokes aside. Since you're glued to the couch and you're physically unable to get up and do anything with yourself, I'm going to show you what I actually do with my free time. No, I'm not on YouTube 24/7 talking about you. I have other things to do with my life. I'm training for my marathon and whatnot. You know what I want to do? I haven't done a video like this in a while. I'm going to make a workout video. Now, I challenged Jason to do something like that. He would have to go in there and go get a cup because he can't afford no weights. And you can make a little workout video. I'm going to make my workout video. Let's see who can do better, Jason. Because I'm hearing that you want to fight me again. I'm hearing you want to come over here and you want to beat me up. That you want to show me who's boss. You want to show me who the man is. I heard that's what you're looking to do. That you want to lay off the smack it down all over on G-Man, right? That's what I heard, Jason. I heard you challenged me to a fight now, Jason. Now, normally I don't fight girls. I'm sorry, I forgot. You're not one. I apologize, man. I forget these things sometimes. But you are wearing makeup and everything and whatnot. So I'm just saying. You got some people believing that you'll beat me up and whatnot, all right? You got some people believing this. I only need two things from you. An invite to Peckville and for you to show up. That's it. An invite to Peckville and for you to show up. This is the second time I'm accepting your challenge, Jason. This is the second time I'm accepting your challenge. Will you actually follow through this time? They say Jason is a big, strong boy. You guys clearly never met Jason before. No. At this rate, he looks like an Ethiopian. Trust me, he ain't no big, strong boy. I think Jason weighs probably about 100 and it's sad that I got to say this because this is when it's not so funny no more. I think Jason probably weighs about 103, maybe 105 pounds. The dude ain't nothing but skin and bones. Shanny is killing the guy. Like straight up. Shanny's straight up killing the dude. And there's not going to be any more Jason soon. That's why if he accepts a fight against me, all I got to do is go, and the fight's going to be over. Just go, and the fight's going to be over. I could put money on it. Yeah, sure. I'll tell you what, Jason. I'll put $500 on the line. No. I'll do you one better since you two drug addicts like drugs so much. If you beat me up in front of everybody, Jason, without nobody's help, you just beat me up, I'll buy you $1,000 of Delta 8. I'll buy you $1,000 worth of Delta 8. And I'll throw in 2 or 3 boxes of tobacco. There may be a case of beer for you if you can beat me up. Of course, I want this recorded because this ain't going to last long. This ain't going to last long at all, actually. I'm actually betting Jason. I'm offering, if Jason beats me up and humiliates me in front of Peckville, and he beats me up and humiliates me and destroys me like he thinks he can, because, you know, he got the little bony little muscles that he got and everything and whatnot. He hasn't seen me lately. But I'll buy him $1,000 worth for Delta 8. That's a lot of Delta 8, by the way, guys. Shanny will probably eat all of it in about 3 minutes. It'll take Jason about 6 months to go through all of that. Shanny will probably eat it. Like, I literally, here's a quick story, guys. I bought Shanny, like, in Rev, like, $300 in Delta 8 gummies. Shanny consumed all of that in 3 days. And mind you, I got it wholesale. I didn't pay for it retail. I got it wholesale. So the store charges, just to give you guys an idea, the store charges between $25 and $30 for that stuff. I was only paying like about $10, maybe $12 a piece for it. And I got them $500 worth of that stuff, $300 worth of that stuff one time. And Shanny consumed it all in 2 days, 2 or 3 days. Shanny did. Rev only got a couple of them. Because you know the Minnesota Barracuda's got a huge caloric demand that she's got to go through. So again, Jason, if you think you can beat me up, we both know you can't. We both know you're not going to take me up on this. We both know that you're not going to do this and whatnot. Because if you try to do it, your girlfriend's going to beat you up. Just keep it real. You tried to arm wrestle me. That was hilarious. But anytime you want some of the G-Man, Jason, just let me know the day. Of course, I'm going to want the video proof because before I go see you, I'm going to show the Peckville police what you said first so you can't get me arrested. And then when I beat you, and then when I humiliate you in front of Shanny, then you are going to find out the truth, and the truth is going to set you free. That I am a man and you are nothing more than a half a boy. And that's it. I was just telling somebody that there's a difference between baby strength, boy strength, teen strength, and men strength. And Jason don't got no men strength. He ain't got none. Remember, Jason, I also challenged Dragnut too, and Dragnut didn't want none. Dragnut met me in person. So, don't sing it, bring it. Quote the Raven nevermore. I don't know what I need to say. Okay, Jason, what if I agree to tie one and I'm serious. What if I agree to tie my left hand behind my back and I can only use my right arm? Of course, if I hit you one time, that fight's over, but you know. What if I agree to tie one hand behind my back like this? What if I agree to do that? I'll even agree to do that. I'll still give you $1,000 worth of Delta 8, 2 or 3 boxes of tobacco, and a couple of cases of beer of your choice. And you know I'm good for my word for that kind of stuff. Of course, you're never going to accept this because you can't even beat your girlfriend. You're going to try to beat me? You must be crazy. And your girlfriend was too afraid to try to do anything with me. Let's try to remember that, Jason. If you're afraid of Jason, I'm sorry, if you're afraid of Shanny, Shanny is afraid of me. And if Shanny challenged me to a fight, I'll probably be in Peckville even faster to deal with her than you. Because me and her got some unfinished business anyway. I would love to put her in her place. You know, while she pretends to be handicapped. Can't walk. How's she going to fight somebody she can't even get up and walk? I would love to expose her behind. You're like, Shanny. Yeah, actually, let me give you guys a visual here real quick. Hold on. He's going to be like, hold on. Let me give you guys a visual. Hold on a minute. Let me give you guys a visual. Hold on. Or what he would do. Hold on a minute. Let me give you guys a visual. That's a tree over there, right? This is what he would do if I came at him. Let me show you what he would do. Watch this. She ain't don't want no part of me, and neither do Jason. They can talk all that slick talk on Instagram. As long as they do that, that's fine. They don't got a problem with me. Touch my real life, Shanny. You'll never touch it again. Ever. Or the people that are supporting you. So, I love making examples out of people to let people know I'm not playing. So. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap up this video. Shanny, the bats are going to be out later, so I don't want to be out here and whatnot. You're done. You're done. And by the way, Shanny, you keep saying the G-Man channel is gone. I don't know what kind of heroin you was on that particular day to believe my channel was gone. My channel was doing just fine. It's in the same place it's always been. And I upload on there all the time. I don't know what kind of crack you smoking, honey, but I've been on here. And I'm still kicking your butt. I have supporters, you don't. I have plenty of supporters, you don't. I have my spies, you don't. Remember that. If I ever reactivate them, this community will get interesting super fast. You understand? So everybody's gonna be like, hey, I want to make sure none of you work for G-Man. Okay, I apologize about that. That was my own fault for hitting the power button or whatever. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. Sweating like a pig. Heat. There's a heat thingy out here, and it's starting to get to me. Even out here at night, man. Yeesh. Sweating like a pig out here. So, Shanny, just do me a favor. Realize you didn't win, and get ready for those crocodile tears, because your Instagram is as good as gone. The second these people get tired of you, you're making the wrong people mad, and they're coming for you. They've already said it. It's only a matter of time now. Later, guys.